Okay, we're back at this beautiful place. I really like it. It's very peaceful and it's not that hot. Actually, it's windy. The air is cold, and yeah, I just felt to come here. And today, guys, I want to talk about the fact that if you are already in spiritual journey, you've probably heard thousands of time to observe your thoughts, to observe everything, and that's a powerful reminder. But I just want to to be more precise about that, because it could be really, really powerful, and I am going to explain to you my understanding, uh, my experiential understanding of what observing or observing means. And I think it's, if not the one, it's one of the most powerful things that we can do, and that can get us exactly where we are meant to be, where we want to be, however you feel like calling that. And I would like to start with an example of like letting go. And you've probably heard and studied the importance of letting go, letting go everything, just your past, your future, and problems, forgiveness, all these things. But like those words are actually pointing to the awareness itself, meaning that it's not actually you, the ego, that lets go of things, that forgive, etc. That's something that you are kind of forcing. And like the more you realize that you're doing nothing in this world, and it just happens by itself, because you set your mind in you set your mind in a particular frame or whatever. uh, but nonetheless, observing, I think it's just getting beyond that frame, whatever frame you're up to in to experience in this game. And this is the first time I'm trying to explain myself in what I've experienced, and it's not that easy. But uh, you gotta get out, you gotta move and literally stop wanting to control things in your life. You just practice. Yeah, this is the message I want to give you today. Just practice of observing as much as you can, and you will. This is the only things that you gotta practice. You don't have to practice meditation. You don't have to practice this and that, all these superficial level things. Just practice observing. Like if you want to meditate, like meditation just happens by itself. Everything happens by itself in life. A tree grows by itself. The sun, the earth, everything goes around like by itself. The wind, there is no things that makes them. It's just a cycle, and The more you get out from the cycle of life, the better. Mostly emotionally, mentally, and therefore physically, because like whatever is going on with you physically is just a byproduct of your mental state. Or I think also like the one of your parents, of your ancestors, and whatever, or just because your soul wanted to experience this kind of journey. But if you feel like you had enough and you want to just feel at peace and feel the harmony within you, around you, I think you just gotta learn how to observe more. And when you become a good observer, like you don't judge anymore, neither others, situation, what's going on inside you, yourself, like your mind, body, these tools we have to play the game. And you, by observing, you just get closer and closer to who you truly are. You remind yourself, you remember, you remind yourself, you just stay there more often, and things will become more clear, and you will sense that peace that we're all looking for. The only things that we are really looking for, it's peace, God, love, however you want to call it, but not the peace and the love that this world offers. Like a peaceful peace in this game could be just something that you have because you have no bills, you earn more than enough, you have good relationship with your partner, and that's good, that's amazing. But that's never the case, because there is always something that is kind of troubling you inside, even though you have already those things. And for the people who haven't experienced those superficial things of the game, like financial freedom, or having a truly good connection with somebody else, with themselves, just being healthy, being connected with nature, enjoying life, whatever you like. Maybe you just you're just, yes, enjoying your life because I don't know, you're a writer, and you write as that's your profession, or you sing, and whatever, you paint, you create sculpture, whatever, you're a coach, you help people, you protect the environment, whatever you're doing, man. Like, those are beautiful things, but still, like, it's very superficial, I guess. And I'm not like disregarding those things. I'm just pointing to something deeper that we all have, and one of the most powerful, most useful things that we can do is just observe, 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 observe. Just being observing means being present, being very open. And when you're open, like you don't have to love unconditionally. Just when you're open, unconditional love is what's come through that that portal, that receptiveness. So yeah, that's it. Just observe more, observe your thoughts, observe the sensation of your body, observe your emotion, which are just something that you label as, but it is just a sensation coming from a certain kind of thought patterns that you have habitually, or just in that particular situation. Observe everything, just be curious, and yeah, practice this. If you have to practice something, like there is nothing that is more worthy of this. Just practice observing, and everything will sort out by itself. You will start also in the game to behave, to act with alignment with this higher source. You're gonna start eating better, healthier. You're gonna start eating less. That's a big one. You just you'll just opt for all those things that are very simple, uh, related to nature, and you will meet so many people that are on your same path. Like I was at the beginning very surprised how many people I am meeting in this journey, like that are spiritually awakened, that I can relate with. And I was in a position where I was into this spirituality and personal growth, whatever, for quite a long time, based on my perspective. But of course, it wasn't, and but it seemed to me that I was stuck. I was stuck with the same people that could not understand me. I always felt like I couldn't fit, and now, whether I'm by myself, whether I'm with these kind of people still, or whether I'm with people that I can talk about anything, and people that I can create something with, like I'm fine. Like I don't, like, my sense of peace, my sense of self doesn't depend on external condition. Why? Because I'm observing more and more, and when you observe, like, your life is gonna become easier, and you will feel this lightness in you in everything you do. You will not take everything so serious, and you will be guided. You will be guided. This is what I'm feeling, and it is just still, it's part of the game, because you need to practice. In the game you need to practice, even though this is already who you are. But we're here, no, we are here to play a game, and this is the things that you need to practice the most. Whether you want to trust me or not, I don't know if you have to, because this video is just a video that can be watched by anyone. So I don't know your specific situation, but I can tell you, maybe you have to experience all those things. You have to get the body of your dream. You have to get the house of your dream, the relationship of your dream, earn enough money, pursue have a purpose and realize it, whatever. And maybe after that you will have no more options left to try just to practice just these, just observing. And probably there are other ways that you can call this, but this is how I feel to say so right now. So here it is, and that's it, guys. And if you're wondering why I'm black, it's because I just found a tree that has been burnt in nature, and actually it was a healthy tree. I also climbed it, but there was a part of it that was with these kind of things. I don't know how to call it in English, and I just felt like to put it on myself. And it's very ancient, yeah, just to connect with nature. It doesn't have to have a meaning. Yeah, I want just to point out something else that I am realizing in this journey, which is like I see many people that are so caught up in this game that even though it is a more interesting game, like all those shamanic things, very native things, etc. That like for the ego could be interesting to experience. Oh, something new. This is the way. This is this is how things should be. Ritual ceremonies, trying to talk with the dead, ancestors, blah blah blah. Man, I'm telling you, you're just developing a different kind of ego. And even if it could seems like a better way, maybe it is at a certain level, because of course that puts you in a position where you're more open and just willing to connect with nature and to look beyond what's just very very superficial, like society, a job, blah blah blah, traveling, whatever, doing sports and studying, all those things. Yeah, that's a bit deeper, but still I think it's based so much on ego. And I've seen so many people, they're like they're so caught up in these, like and they like, do you understand how your mind works? Do you really understand how your mind works? Like, if you, it's your beliefs that makes this game going and what you experience going. If you just, or if you believe that you have to burn some leaves or some anything and put it on yourself to fucking purify yourself, or to get rid of negative energy, it's just because you believe that and you're living that reality, man. But your life could be very could be more simple than that, I mean, it's okay to do that, but it's just, keep in mind, if you're having fun and you're conscious about it, just do whatever you want, do whatever you like. But like, that's not, like, people are so attached to this practice and to this mentality, like how they put these things on a pedestal. But it is you that give them power, and you can just give power to whatever you want. It's not that has power. You if you just believe it, you can make power you can give power to whatever you want. All right, maybe you just want to be naked outside, and that's how you feel restored energetically, whatever. Just go beyond all that bullshit. Even though if it's interesting or if it's beautiful, because you're coming from a very different life situation or whatever. Just give yourself the opportunity to experience that if you want. But at the same time, keep in mind this: just observe and don't think that's real. That you go so much beyond that. All right, and it is you again that gives power to everything. So you don't need those things. Like, don't need them. Oh, I need to smoke myself, or I need to, I don't know, to even fasting, whatever. Just take it easy. It's those things can help. Fasting, maybe it's already a different things, but you know what I mean, okay? You and I will see each other in the next video. Thank you for this connection. Peace, love. I believe in you.